What episode is this?
Oh,
73?
74?
74.
74. 1970 something?
1974.
Let's get started!
Fellas, I got a question.
I have an
Yes.
answer.
Oh, I'm sorry. Welcome to the Drowning in Pools podcast.
Hey.
So, fellas, is it gay to want to fuck a chick if she identifies as a dude?
Yes.
No.
Okay.
Now-
Let me ask you this. No, hold on. Because that's not even the real question.
Okay.
Is it gay to want to fuck a chick if she identifies as the coolest dude you've ever known in your entire fucking life? Like your hero. Just the biggest Chad you've ever fucking known.
No, because I think everybody wants to fuck Chad. So I think we're good.
I mean, I would still say yes, but would I also question my straightness? Yes.
Would you? Because she's like gorgeous. Like she still looks like a beautiful woman. She
Okay.
just says, you know, hey, what's up, bro? You know, what up, dude? What up, homie? She says that she wants to play basketball with you.
Joke's on you. That's my
wants to go-
fetish.
Let's see.
Oh, also she's like 7 feet tall.
Absolutely.
Perfect.
I'm in.
Perfect. Look, anybody,
right.
like anybody who gets scared because someone's taller than you, they're weak. Weak.
Yes, they will not survive. I know that's like a corny thing to say, but y'all are gonna die.
They gotta get out of that mindset. Look, if someone's taller than you, you go, hey, as you look up. I get tired of hearing the people go,
And-
I couldn't date anybody if I had to look up to kiss somebody. I'm like,
And remember, everyone, I'm saying this as a guy who's 6'3". It's kind of tough finding girls that are around my height, you know.
Yes.
So,
I am 6 foot. I feel this.
like, so you know,
But yeah, back to the question though.
is it gay, fellas?
Absolutely not.
It's the biggest Chad you've ever known. Not gay. You're just fulfilling a dream at that point, right? Because then it's like
So-
not even. It's about respect at that point.
Like,
you know?
to be fair, I'd date a guy. I'd never bang a guy,
Yeah.
but I'd date a guy. And so, if I'm dating a guy, and also they're biologically a chick, I'm in. Like, I'm 100%.
See, but
Perfect.
okay.
That doesn't make me gay,
Okay.
though.
Well, that's because you're not banging them.
I mean, I'm banging the chick for sure. Or I'm banging
If-
the guy for sure, but... like,
If it's the I guess the person
Okay.
who's identifying as a man.
So it would come down to
not,
it
like, a
would come
post-op
down to
person.
semantics with him.
the
Him.
whole discussion is semantics, really.
When you
Fuck
get down
whoever
to
you
it.
want.
Yeah.
Doesn't really matter,
I think
you know.
once there's another penis involved is when it starts getting gay. So,
What if
if she has a
what if
penis,
she walks around with a giant club
Can
with spikes on it,
I'm...
like a big metaphorical penis?
But does that change? does that change the biology? Does that change the fucking?
it would
No.
Because if this doesn't change the fucking, I don't see an issue here.
Oh, also potentially she can transform into like a dragon monster. Maybe.
I'm just seeing positives. Like,
I'm just hearing positives as well, but
like the only time that it gets, because I've known a lot of, or not a lot, but I've known several people that are like gender fluid or like identify as the gender that they were not born as. But like, I don't think it's gay to fuck them. So, like
it would all
unless-
come down to if they feel that way or not. I think that's how I would determine that.
yeah. At this point, like if there's not a dick involved, I'm down to be romantically interested in anybody I'm romantically interested in. I just don't want to put penis in or around my face.
See,
Specifically your face.
Yeah.
So it's like a weird face association for you.
I mean, I don't know. I've had poops
You
as
might
big as
say a
a
little
penis,
too much,
so
fella.
but like I've never had like, you know. Actually, I've had hot. You know, what? Never mind. Fuck it.
Hot dogs, corn dogs.
Yeah, I just
Those
like
little
I don't find
wieners.
that attractive, but like I don't want to actively do it, but like,
Because at least the hot dog goes away, right?
yeah, like I can bite into it.
There's like sustenance there.
There's
I mean,
another.
there's a lot of sugar and sperm as well, so I mean, I could survive myself on that.
protein.
There's another plus side to
bullshit.
eating a hot dog versus eating a dick.
Yeah, I can do it at the ballpark and not get banned.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. Like, it's one of those things where I try to be actively like very progressive in this sense because I would not want someone to do that to me.
Am I a piece of shit because I'm like apathetic about it?
No, absolutely not.
I feel like with like the whole like
You're the only way you're a piece
it's not
of shit is
it's not enough to be like not racist. It's like you gotta be anti-racist. I feel like people are gonna start spreading that with like everything else. But I just don't really give a shit about some things. Like if you want to fuck someone, as long as the other person is like okay with it
Yeah.
and you're not manipulating them mentally and they're of age, then yeah, sure.
Yeah. sure, go for it.
I think apathetic
I
is
don't
the correct
care.
way to be. Like, if the statement of "I don't care" is not meant hurtfully, I think that's the best response you can have. Because it's like, you know, cool. How does that affect me? It doesn't.
Yeah.
So-
it's like I'm not trying to gain from it. I'm not trying to like bogart on it and talk about how great it is all the time. I'm not hating on it and talk about how shitty it is or how disgusting it is because it's not.
Yeah.
I just don't care.
Yeah, I had this conversation with Keon as well, where like I'm trying to, I think force myself is the wrong word, but I'm trying to open myself up to the idea that like would I date a trans girl, for example, and like does the fact that they're trans bother me? And I've gotten to the point where no, it doesn't really. Like it's different, and I don't have experience with it, but I don't really care that much.
Mm-hmm.
So I think as long as I like them, that's the important part.
Yeah.
See, I'm pretty good about just dealing with personalities, except for one thing. It's the face. As long as it's a cute face, I'm good. That's all I need.
You just need a
Cameron's so picky.
you need a K-pop star.
Not that cute. It's too cute.
Cameron's like, hold up, I meant in like my range. Cute.
Like, look, even I have standards. Tins are too much. Tins are too much.
I feel that.
That's funny.
I could,
Yeah.
I could deal with an 8. 9 is pushing a little bit.
It's like you need like a hot thing to hold another hot thing. You know, you can't just be, you know, a kind of cold
Look,
thing
have you
holding
ever-
another hot thing.
Have you ever put water on a hot pan? That shit just slides off.
That's funny. That's good. That's good. But anyway, do you guys have any idea what I might have been getting at? What I might have got that from?
No, not
Probably
a clue.
some Netflix
Not at
show.
all. No, that's from One Piece. There's a recent development in One Piece.
Oh, interesting.
And One Piece is so I brought this up because One Piece is a very interesting kind of like thing for this because it's had very like horrifically offensive portrayals of trans people
Yes, it
and
has.
very and other very like if they never would have said nothing you wouldn't have even noticed, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Where it's like, yeah, his character was like they'll be like, yeah, his character was trans the whole time, but it was also in the very beginning. You just kind of didn't notice, you know. And there are multiple characters like that where they're just kind of treated like normal people, and there's no, you know, making a big deal about the fact that they're trans.
Mm-hmm.
And it's I think it's weird that a series like this has been around, kind of. I don't know if it's because Oda got a lot of hate for having the really, really bad stuff in there, or if it's because he kind of had like that, he kind of went through like a change in his thinking, or I don't know, like maybe he kind of sees it as you can portray it both ways. You can show how like kind of goofy it can sometimes be, but also have the like honest portrayal of it.
Yeah.
But I think it's interesting to see like something like One Piece, which is considered so dumb and simple, still has like these characters that can range in such a way.
Mm-hmm. I think there's just a lot of good characters in One Piece. And
One Piece is
I mean,
so huge. There are going to be some shitty characters, and there are going to be some really good characters.
yeah, that's very true.
Well, I mean, the other thing too, and this is something that I think a lot of, especially like the SJW kind of shit that we hear about, need to remember is that he's from Japan, and shit is just different.
Yeah.
like, I don't disagree that things should probably move a little bit faster, but like it's hard to be like, saying that he should be more progressive when he's fucking in his 50s and in Japanese. Like,
Right. Yeah.
Japan as a society is pretty fucking conservative. So
Japan's one of those places where it's like, even the youth, when they get super left, they're still kind of like, but don't do that though.
yeah.
On a lot of stuff.
Admittedly, like a lot of the younger people that I know, are more okay with just like general stuff or like in general.
Yeah.
But like, yeah,
It is like, it's, as time goes on, it will slide left. I think that's kind of how every civilization goes. As time goes on, it just kind of slides left.
yeah. Eventually, we'll be Greece and have to be sexually initiated by older men.
And then we'll start all over.
But like,
Yeah.
it is just one of those things that like you have to take into account cultural differences. Like,
Oh, yeah.
and I think this is more of an American issue than most things. Although there definitely are some that like America does that other places don't, and they think it's weird. And I can't think of any off the top of my head.
Oh, absolutely.
But like, I think a lot of people are trying to put like American, like their idea of American freedom and standards and stuff onto countries that are just not. And it's like, well, like at what point are you just gonna take the L for being like unsustainable and
Yeah.
ridiculous?
Well, like other countries, they laugh at America for like how weirdly hung up upon sex it is.
Yeah.
Like French movies will have titties in it and be rated PG-13.
Yeah.
Or whatever their like teenage equivalent is.
And then you see America's PG-13, and it's just like death everywhere, and you're just like, yep, just
Yeah,
a normal.
tons of violence.
Yeah.
Nobody even cares.
It's just it's weird, and
Yeah.
I find it very odd, just like as a broader topic, that like sex and sexuality, like maybe not sexuality as much, but like what you identify as and what you're attracted to are like less offensive than someone saying like I have sex before marriage, especially a girl. It's just weird.
Yeah.
Like you can be like, oh yeah, like I only fuck scorpions, and people are like, okay, yeah, I could kind of see that. But if a girl's like, oh yeah, I banged this one dude, they're gonna be like, what is wrong with you? Like, it's so dumb. It's so dumb. It is so fucking dumb. Especially when you consider that guys are like quote unquote supposed to have sex by the time they're like 15 or something, whatever like the average age is. Of like, it's just so stupid. Like,
Yeah.
I don't understand.
Yeah.
It pisses me off because I've known a lot of people in my life that like their life would just be so much fucking better if they just like paid attention to their biology and fucked. Like, I just don't get it. It annoys the shit out of me.
Responsibly.
It's like a response to the hang-ups about sex. Like they're like the weird puritanism that kind of came along with the birthing of America hasn't really gone away, and now we started seeing the really bad effects of it like probably like in the 60s, and then once like the drug shit started happening, and now it's kind of like in this place where nobody really knows what to do next. Nobody really knows, like, it's not like we know it should progress, but we don't really know like what to do as far as forcing these idiots who for some reason don't want to accept it, to deal with it.
Yeah, I don't know. It's one of those things that's always concerned me, and I've always thought it was ridiculous. Like, I don't have an issue with like, I don't know, like people having different opinions on like guns and stuff, but like when it comes to sex, it's just like we are literally placed on Earth to fuck and then die. Like,
alright, side note, here's real quick, here's another thing I really fucking hate. Whenever guys have like kids and then they're like, this is what it's all about, man.
I saw your tweet
No
about
shit,
this.
no shit, you fucktard. Literally, yes, it is about procreating and having children.
okay, I thought you were gonna disagree with me, but I'm glad to see you just hard agree with
But-
me.
Like, it's so stupid. I feel like people don't understand like when they say that shit. Like, I get like whatever it means. Like, having a child and then seeing the future through them or whatever the fuck. Who cares? That's all gay shit. Like, dude, I just hate it. I don't know why. When guys like point to their kid like, this is what it's all about, man. It's like, all right, but what if I don't want that fucking little crotch muffin running around ruining everybody else's life? Can't I just not do that?
Crotch muffin.
Save money on that 18 years, maybe 20 before I kick them the fuck out. Can I just not do that? Maybe
hold up.
Can me and my girl just kind of be cool, hang out, maybe get like a
Calm down
dog
for a second. Crotch muffins.
I love it. Keep using it, please.
Fucking what? Holy shit. Alright, video games. Hey guys. Video game podcast with crotch muffins. What's your favorite video game that has a crotch muffin in it?
Probably God of War. Thank you.
Probably God of War.
Hey,
That's a good crotch muffin.
Oh shit.
Persona 5. That has like 7 of the fuckers.
I'm trying to think of a game I even play that has like children. Oh, I guess Hades recently, because technically the main character is the crotch muffin of Hades.
Dude, Persona.
Oh yeah,
They're,
I mean, I
they're
just
all
thought
crotch
of that.
muffins. They're
Ooh.
slightly older crotch muffins. They're crotch muffins that are growing some mold, but you know.
Fallout New Vegas has crotch muffins that you can't kill, unfortunately.
I don't understand why killing
I'm sure there's
kids
a mod for that.
Alright, so we got Wolf and Doom and we
such
got
a-
crotch muffins.
is such a taboo in video games that allow you to
well,
be bad.
You know what?
Like,
You know why? Because in America, they don't give a fuck. They would definitely let us blow that fucking kid away. But in places like Australia, where the game also has to be sold,
yeah, fuck
and
Australia.
other places.
I've been there.
Well, fuck
Australia.
Australia for a lot of reasons. But yeah, like they just gotta get the game sold in other places, so they're just like, we won't have the child murder in there.
I don't know. I find it silly to like stop at kids. Like as soon it's it's like living in California. Like as soon as they're 18, it's fine. Like
That's gonna be a dirty, nasty soundbite one day.
Yep.
yeah, I was thinking about it, but I'm like, it needs to be done. So, but you get what I'm saying, right?
Sentence
Like,
must be finished.
Oh yeah, I get what you're saying.
like it's ridiculous.
'Cause I agree.
Especially like in video games, it makes zero sense.
Right. Because video games are supposed to give you like the widest range possible. So why is that like possible to just kill adults? I can kill this old lady's pet dog who's just sitting here minding its own business, but I can't kill this kid.
Yeah, and like I feel worse for the dog because the dog's probably doing nothing wrong.
Right, the dog's just trying to survive in this irradiated wasteland.
Yeah,
And
like
this asshole just rolls up and just blows it away.
the issue that I have is like I don't get as mad at my cats when they do something wrong because they don't understand English. But like if someone's kid is being a fucking dickhole, I'm just like, hey kid, you're being a
Yeah.
fucking dickhole. Stop that. Like I get super upset because they understand my fucking language. Okay, that sounds really really white as well, but like you get my point. Like they speak human languages, regardless of whether they actually speak English or not. Like they understand what the fuck I'm trying to say to them.
So I also hate when people treat their pets like their kids.
Yeah, like if it can't speak a language, don't bother. I was gonna say English, but you know what? I realize that not everybody speaks English.
I was gonna say that sounds like you don't know how to train a dog or an
No,
animal.
you know what I'm saying, right? Like,
yeah,
like my cats are just gonna be cats and like claw at shit.
yeah. Cats are.
It's one thing to be able to communicate and control an animal. It's another thing to treat it like your fucking 6-year-old.
Yeah, I don't know.
You know.
It's just it annoys the shit out of me. You know what else annoys the shit out of me? Getting back to video games, when people don't fucking read. I was playing. It was much more comical than this, but I was watching somebody play a video game, and they're not super well versed in video games, and they just would not read the screen. And then I was playing with Keon. He didn't read the screen either. But he got it because he was like intuitive, you know, because he's played video
Right,
games.
yeah, you just kind of figured it out.
And I was just like sitting there thinking, and I'm like, it was funny then. And then like I was sitting there thinking, and like I thought of all the times that like my mom has tried to play video games, or like my other like ex-girlfriends that don't really play games. And it's like, how many times, like how much time could I have saved if all I did was record myself, and then every time they had a question, just play the recording of, did you fucking read? Like,
just like files.
yeah. Did you read the thing? Like,
Yeah, I know what you mean, because I've been playing with someone who doesn't really play a lot of video games recently lately, and like I feel like I don't know. I feel like it's like a kind of like a circular thing, like a weird cycle where you aren't really used to it, so you're not really paying attention to the screen as much. And then you start paying attention to the screen, and then you start getting used to it, and then as time goes on, and then you'll have to, but then eventually something pops up that you need, but because you're so used to not paying attention at this point, you miss it. So now you're like, fuck, now I gotta retrain my brain to fucking watch the whole time. But at that point, since you've been playing the games now, you should be better.
Yeah, I feel
So
like
it should be a little bit easier.
I feel like you reach it's like a bell curve of like how much you read the screen versus how much experience you have. Because like when you are kind of getting used to the game, you're like read everything, and then like by the time that you get to the end, you don't read shit, and you're like, I wonder if I can do this, and it's like, yeah, I told you to do that, but you're like, I could probably figure it out.
Yeah,
Like,
I've been doing that so much in Fallout New Vegas, where I'm not even doing like, I'm like whatever with the side missions. I'm just gonna run up in here, see what's in here, and then go talk to this guy. Oh, look at that. He was a side mission dude, and he gave me a side mission that I finished instantly because I already went and got the shit.
yeah, one of the things that was funny for me was I'm replaying Kingdom Hearts 2. I say replaying. I just started.
Why?
Because it's a fucking good game.
Debatable.
Kingdom Hearts 2,
Well, oh, you know what? You're right.
the fucking best game in the series. Like,
Here's the deal. I didn't finish Kingdom Hearts 2 because I feel like that was
What?
the one where I kind of checked out on the story the most.
that is like the Kingdom Hearts 2 is like the least some shit happens in the entire series.
And it has
Yeah.
like one of the best ending fights.
I know,
Oh my god, dude,
I
the
know.
Xemnas fight is so
That's what everybody
good.
keeps telling. That's what everybody tells me. But I'm like, okay, I just couldn't get past the beginning.
I was
Bro,
gonna
if
say,
you want to see
oh, the
Assassin's
beginning?
Creed meets Star Wars, you need to go to the Xemnas fight. Just look it up on YouTube. It is so fucking cool.
Maybe because here's the deal. I had tried to play it right after I just played the first Kingdom Hearts.
Okay, there's
I
your
was
first
already
problem.
Yeah,
tired after that
does not
shit.
make sense.
I was already kind of tired, so I'm sitting here like, all right, I just, it's kind of tough putting up with that shit. And then, the 10 billion games that came out in between that I dipped into and out of.
Okay, to
And
be
then-
fair, there's only one game in between 1 and 2.
Well, yeah, but I mean, then after 2, all the
Yeah.
billions and trillions of games that came out.
Yeah, I think 2, like, so Kian has a friend who's getting started into the Kingdom Hearts series. We're literally starting her on 2 because it makes more sense than starting her on 1. Like, it is literally like that. Because like 2 recaps 1 so well, it almost doesn't matter if you played it or not.
I was gonna say, even if you recap, if you say Kingdom Hearts 2 is the first game, you can use that as like setting up a mystery of what the fuck is going on, and then you're like, surprised the whole time you were somebody else, you little bitch.
Yeah.
And here's the real story of what happens, and now you know. And then
Well, it's like I didn't finish Kingdom Hearts 1 before I beat Kingdom Hearts 2.
ooh, and then that's how you get Kingdom Hearts 0, where you fucking make Kingdom Hearts 1, Kingdom Hearts 0, and then it's like a very simple game, kind of dialed back, but it's like the beginning story. Anyway,
Deshaun's like trying to write the fucking canon of the games.
I've been thinking about rewriting a lot of shit lately. Like I started kind of rewriting the last the what's it called, the sequel trilogy of Star Wars, by just cutting out a lot of the fat and just
Making it
dialing
one movie.
Mostly, yeah. And then I was like, shit, I guess I gotta make it a trilogy then. But whatever. And then I also did some Superman stuff, but
Kingdom Hearts 2 is a game, I think, so it doesn't really stand up as much anymore relative to the rest of the series because, like, this is going to sound very weird, but, like, I'm very adamant about Kingdom Hearts 2. It's my favorite game. It's probably my favorite game ever, honestly. Because it's, like, it's the one that I've beaten. Like, you guys know me. I don't really, like, play to, like, do
Yeah.
hard shit or, like, really complete the story. Kingdom Hearts 2, I've beaten 6 times, 100%, and 4 of those times were on the hardest difficulty. Like, that is how much I love this game. Like, level 99, beat Sephiroth, beat, like, everybody. I had an entire run through where I didn't die once. That is how fucking much I love this game. Like,
Very nice.
I'm so adamant about this game. But, like, the thing is that Kingdom Hearts 2 added so many, like, conveniences and, like, quality of life changes from Kingdom Hearts 1, and I think that was the thing that, like, really made me love it, was I played Kingdom Hearts 1 and I'm like, what the fuck am I supposed to be doing? This is impossible. And then Kingdom Hearts 2 came along, and there were reaction commands. They made the game, like, a little bit easier, but also, like, more interactive. And if you fucked up the interactions, it made it harder. Like, it was just so so fucking good. And then they moved that to like Birth by Sleep, and they moved it to 2.8, and like Kingdom Hearts 3 came along, and yeah. So like,
You know what's gonna be really fucking hype
what?
in like 5 years when they're like, "Hey guys, we're remaking the first Kingdom Hearts game."
I mean, they've already done like Final Mix, so they essentially.
I mean, like a real remake, like an FF7R remake.
I don't really know that they can do. Well, I mean, I know, they totally can.
They can. Kingdom Hearts 1 is like a relatively small game compared to the everything that came after.
But the issue is all the rights.
It's Disney. What rights do you even fucking need?
Square Enix.
Square Enix and Disney didn't just make a Kingdom Hearts game?
Yes, but they don't have all the Square Enix characters that they had. Like, they dropped a shit ton of characters.
Let's switch them out. What? It's not that hard. Persona. What's it called? SMT3. That's just getting released right now on the Switch,
Shin Megami
or
Tensei?
whatever that they just
Yeah.
announced.
Yeah.
They're switching out Dante.
That's true. Yeah, you're right.
Wait,
It's not that hard.
wait, SMT.
What's it called? Nocturne or whatever the fuck. 3.
Yeah, are you guys talking about Shin Megami Tensei?
yes.
Yeah.
What the?
SMT.
It has Dante?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's where the starring Dante from the Devil May Cry series meme comes from.
Oh, I thought that came.
There was like a version that had him in it, and the version that they're putting out now is the version that normally would have him, but he switched out with this other character, Raido Kuzunoha.
What the That's. Wow, I need to get my hands on a copy of this game.
And yeah, and oh shit, what was I even saying? It's even the cool Dante from the cool Dante design from Devil May Cry 2. Not a good game. Fucking sick character designs. Lucia is one of the fucking sickest fucking Devil May Cry ladies. She might be better than Trish. Not better than Lady though. Penis and Lady.
Yeah. Well, the thing about the Kingdom Hearts series is that Kingdom Hearts 3, like, they don't go to that many Final Fantasy worlds. It's mostly just the characters that show up.
That's what I'm saying. Like, they could just easily switch them out for fucking anybody. Like, it wouldn't be that hard.
Yeah, like they would have to pay to like keep the big
It could
ones,
be like Lightning.
Like they could.
They could,
Yeah, they could. 100%.
you know? They'd be like, in fact, it 100% would be like Lightning and Noctis and then those characters. They would show up somehow.
But like they would have to keep like Leon, because Leon's pretty central to the story.
Oh yeah. Yeah, but they,
You
know,
can replace that, though.
Well, I mean,
That's
if they're
true.
doing a remake,
because they're literally like not their characters. They look like those characters and they kind of are those characters, but they're not really those characters.
Yeah.
So, you know,
You could literally just give them different, like, slightly altered lines.
yeah.
Traverse Town is all from one universe, basically,
But,
so, like...
but I'm talking about, like, imagine how sick all the fucking Riku and Sora fights would be.
Yeah, as long as they don't do it in the same art style as Kingdom Hearts 3. Was not a...
Yeah, if they kept it, like, more cartoony like the first game is.
Like the first or second game, yeah. I just
Yeah.
was not a fan of the third one for whatever reason.
I actually really like the third's art style. I like that.
I kind of think the Final Fantasy look is leaning a little too hard into, like, the making everything look kind of realistic and beautiful, bishy shit, you know?
Yeah, it definitely should. It definitely should stay cartoon-esque, but I like that things are a little bit more normally proportioned.
Yeah.
Because like their feet are still fucking huge. Like
Yeah, they're like
Sora has,
flopping
I
around.
shit you
Like, how
not,
do you
like
even move?
a 12-inch cock, but based on the
Like-
size of his shoes. Like
they're like big fucking clown shoes. How are you even getting around, Sora?
yeah, but like I don't know. I liked it. It's so sad because the only thing I disliked about Kingdom Hearts 3 was that entire game is a some shit happen sticker. Like
Yeah.
it
It
is
really does feel like a fucking big filler game for some reason.
Yeah.
Despite it being like the wrap up of a bunch of storylines.
Yeah, like it should have. Like I'm kind of glad they kept it going because I want to see more Kingdom Hearts games. But at the same time, it's like it should have ended. And admittedly, the way that it ended, even if they don't ever make another Kingdom Hearts game, is kind of tragic. But like,
Yeah.
like I love it. I love that because it gives it weight. But like at the same time, it's just
Right.
like,
Like
if I can skip 95% of the world, right? Like if at any point I can skip all of the worlds and go from the first world to the last world, and I haven't missed any story beats, that's when you know you fucked up.
Yeah, because literally, like, I was just thinking about that. Like, you could literally just go from the very beginning and then just skip all the way to the end, and you wouldn't have missed shit because you don't learn anything.
Yeah.
Like, the characters don't learn anything new. They're just like, we gotta stop that baldy old jerk ass from using it. Like, they already know everything he's gonna do. They already know he's got the clones or whatever the fuck. They already know he's got all the different versions of himself and he's got all the different bodies. They already know that. So, like...
Yeah, it's one of those things where... Like, I was thinking about why I like Kingdom Hearts 2 so much. And it's so much of the fact that all of the worlds, even though the worlds don't interact with each other too much, the worlds of the story feel like they interact with the overarching Kingdom Hearts 2 storyline much better. Because Hollow Bastion is most of, like, where you actually deal with story shit, for the most part. Like, Kingdom Hearts 2 story shit, and not just, like, Disney World story shit.
Right.
But, like, there are things in Disney, like, that you learn in the Disney worlds that force you to go back to Hollow Bastion and be like, hey, you know, like, this is interacting with this. This directly leads to that. And that's really fucking good storytelling, because it means even if I don't really remember the world, I realize, oh, I have to go there because I learned something. Like, you don't learn Wisdom Form until you beat Aladdin's world. Or, like, you get near the end of Aladdin's world, and then you learn Wisdom Form.
Am I crazy for thinking they should kind of ditch the Disney worlds? Like, you can still incorporate them in their some way, but I think having it just be relive this movie, but then, you know, with, like, Sora and crew there and shit, right?
That's like, never been fun, but, like, the Jungle, or not the Jungle Book, the Tarzan one from the second one was, like, a great way of doing that.
Yeah.
Like, you gotta alter the story to fit the game rather than alter the game to fit the story.
Cameron, I know you really don't give a shit about it, but the Scoob and Shag comic is awesome because it does this thing where the characters have an identity.
The Tarzan one didn't show up in Kingdom Hearts 2.
Isn't one.
It was in one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you sure it wasn't in 2 as well?
Yeah, I'm literally looking up now.
Okay, then yeah.
Because I could not remember it for the life of me. And I was like,
okay.
Man, did I really forget this?
I thought it was in 2 this entire time. Either way, yeah.
Lion King is in 2.
Mm-hmm.
Lion King's in 2.
Yeah.
I didn't like Lion King in 2.
Yeah, it was kind of whatever. I mean, it was
Anyway.
It was cool, but also.
What also? Wasn't it, like, really easy to use? I don't remember. Somebody told me that shit.
Lion King?
That it was, like, kind of broken or something. It was really easy to use. Or maybe it was just annoying. Either way. Scoob and Shag. Scoob and Shag does this thing where the characters they have their own context and their own thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
But once they kind of, like, step out of it, they're now in the context of the world, and that's their role now. And, like, it's not like suddenly you're taken out of everything because Courage the Cowardly Dog shows up to beat up Yogi Bear, right?
Yeah.
You believe it because the character's a part of this world.
Okay.
And that's the whole point of the world. But in Kingdom Hearts, I'm, like, put off anytime we go to a new Disney World because I'm like, yo, isn't the, like, entire universe about to be destroyed? Like,
yeah.
Aren't we all about to be dead in, like, 12 minutes if we don't fucking hurry up, right? Like, they, like...
You'd be surprised how long 12 minutes goes on in Kingdom Hearts.
That's true. Yeah, plus with all the darkness and the light shit, time really is wonky and doesn't matter.
Yeah, and it's like... okay, sorry. I'll continue it, and then I will do a rebuttal.
Oh, no, I'm about what was I saying?
Scoob and Shag.
I already know
Okay.
that.
Disney World. Shit's gonna explode.
Oh, yeah, like, they want it to be all... I hate this in stories when, like, stuff has to be all urgent and super serious because it's the end of the world, but then they, like, go on, like, a mini vacation, and they're all chilling and happy, and they're like, whoa, look at this. Isn't this cool and fun? And all this other shit. And it's like, I understand Sora doing that, but Goofy is, like, a 45-year-old dog or whatever the fuck, and Donald is a war veteran. They should be like, hey, Sora, shut the fuck up. Let's go. We don't give a shit about hanging out with mermaids and dudes swinging on vines and shit. We should be, stopping the darkness.
That's probably the reason why Donald never fucking heals you.
Yeah.
You don't set him to heal you? I do constantly.
You set him to that, and then you just stay unconscious, basically. You're
Like,
on death's door constantly, and you're just like, alright, Donald, I see you have plenty of magic there. You can go in ice.
So I saw one where I guess Donald was just kind of fucked up, and he just stood there staring at a wall while the fighting was going on, and the dude's about to die, and he's screaming, "Donald! Donald!"
Yeah, pretty much.
Amazing.
No, but, okay, so the reason that I have such a fucking boner for Kingdom Hearts 2 is because, like, what you said of, like, all this mini vacation stuff, I think it's most well fleshed out in Kingdom Hearts 2. Because most of the worlds that you have go to, you have a semi-decent reason for going there. It's, like, it's not super good, but it's there.
Well, also in Kingdom Hearts 2, that's not the world. They're not really thinking about the world too much at that point, right? That's more of a personal story, I think. Kingdom Hearts 2, with that kind of also happens to have like the other shit.
Yeah, well, it's like
Yeah.
a lot of it. You're trying to find Riku, and you're trying to find Mickey, and you're trying to find out about the nobodies. So it like
Right, it's not about like the end of the world. I guess the nobodies is the most you'd be worried about, but it's not like the destruction of the universe like the other games usually are.
I mean, it kind of
whatever
is,
the fuck's
but
going
yeah,
on.
it's much more centralized.
It's more centralized around the nobodies doing one thing to Sora rather than the nobodies doing everything to everybody but Sora.
Right, like the nobodies aren't the darkness where they're attacking the whole fucking universe. You know,
I mean,
where it's a constant threat everywhere, always. The nobodies are just kind of
Deshaun, everything you're saying, just put out some shit. Some
That's
shit
true.
happened
Some shit.
next
Yeah,
to it.
because there is also more stuff in the other games, and that shit that shit happens. Yeah, I know.
Like,
I know.
it's true that like the nobodies. Okay, so it's weird because, in theory, it's not that much different than any other Kingdom Hearts game because like the bad guys show up and they like threaten the worlds and stuff. You know.
What's the threat? Vague, dark, evil bad guys who aren't with the light. There you go.
Yeah. Well, it's like the issue is. And I think this is something that they kind of wrote themselves into having an issue, was because Kingdom Hearts 2 in and of itself is relatively self-contained, right?
Yeah.
Like, it definitely leads on to other shit, and it
Contained
pulls
in Sora's brain.
and it pulls from other shit as well. But like, the fact of the matter is that Kingdom Hearts 2, for the most part, pulls from itself and a little bit of Kingdom Hearts 1, because you need to understand what the Heartless are, right?
Yeah.
And like. But, like, it reintroduces you to those concepts. And then its ending with the nobodies, and I swear to God, if anyone says spoiler alert for a fucking, 10-year-old game at this point. When the fuck was Kingdom Hearts 2 released? Was it 2007 or 2009?
Something like that.
I think it's 2007. Kingdom Hearts 2 release date. 2005, that's probably for Japan. When was it released in America? 2007. Okay, so...
Damn.
I fucking called it. I knew it. Alright, so anyway, like, the ending story is relative and stands on its own because of the, like, relative to the game that it's in. The issue with Kingdom Hearts 3 was that it doesn't do that. Like, if you don't at least kind of pay attention to what's going on, and, like, you don't understand, who's this old fuck? What is this blade doing here? Like, in Kingdom Hearts 2, they very, very, like, deliberately and do it well, introduce you to the main bad guy, what he's doing, and what happens when you stop him. That is all self-contained.
Yeah.
Like, I don't have to figure out, like, why does Xehanort have 13 different bodies, and why am I only learning about this now, instead of over the course of, like, 4 different games? Like, Kingdom Hearts 2 is just the best game in the series, and if you do nothing else, just fucking play Kingdom Hearts 2. It's so good.
Yeah, I mean, maybe I'll find some way to play it. It's the best one.
It's on PS4.
As far as being it. Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, it's part of the big collection or whatever. I keep forgetting that thing exists.
I wish I didn't, because I've bought the game, 3-4 times now. Like,
Jesus.
well, it's like they have the story thus far. If you want to get all of them, is it so far?
This is why I just get friends who are into Kingdom Hearts to explain what happens in Kingdom Hearts to me, and then I go and play the game. I go and maybe play the games later if it kind of sounds interesting. If they're like, there was a cool Riku fight that one time, so try that out. I'm like, okay.
So you can pick up every game in the Kingdom Hearts series, or quote unquote. You can pick up
Not that fucking mobile game.
Yeah, well, you get all the cinematics.
Oh, really? From the mobile game? That's cool.
Yeah. For $40 on your PS4, you get 1, Chain of Memories, the cutscenes from 358 over 2, Kingdom Hearts 2, Birth by Sleep, the cutscenes from Recoded. You get Dream Drop Distance. You get Point 2, which is the like lead into Kingdom Hearts 3, and you get Kingdom Hearts Cross, like the first half of the like what was released up to that point, for $40.
I'll wait till the price goes down.
Yeah. Well, you can also get like you could also get 2.5. Like, hold on, let me see if I can find
that's right. It's
Amazon.
Because there are multiple of these collections. I also keep forgetting that. No, I think I'd want to get the most relevant update. I think.
Here, hold on. let me email or message this to you. Here, this is on Amazon. You get 1.5 and 2.5. So you're only missing Dream Drop Distance and the lead into Kingdom Hearts 3, which really isn't that important. And it's $20 with Amazon Prime. Like,
oh, I don't even have Prime anymore.
my point is,
Fuck Amazon.
this game, it's so fucking good.
You can play it.
I will literally give you. I don't have $20 to spend, and I will spend it on you. Like,
No, do not.
it's so fucking good. I like. Ugh. Okay, let's get. I've been talking about this for like 30 minutes. Like,
And you said you wouldn't have anything to contribute. Look at you.
I mean, if we start talking about Kingdom Hearts, that's like the one series
dude.
I go hard in. You know?
Bro, what do you think this podcast is for? You think it's so people can listen to us talk about bullshit? No, it's so that we can talk about bullshit.
I guess that's fair. That is a slight
if we want to talk about
difference, but I see
something,
it.
we're gonna talk about it.
Yeah.
Anyway, look! I'm looking at our chat log of us talking about fucking Kingdom Hearts. It's like a massive, huge, long ass conversation.
Yeah.
That's Kingdom Hearts.
That's Kingdom Hearts.
Oh my god. And you know the worst part? We didn't even talk about much that actually happens in the games. I just talked about why Kingdom Hearts 2 is so good.
Yeah.
Anyway, so news. I'm moving.
News. You're moving.
Yeah, which is why I couldn't catch your stream.
You said that.
Sad.
You said that last
Where-
podcast.
where
as well,
to?
I believe.
Like 10 minutes north.
Oh, okay. I didn't
Same
know.
city. Yeah, I think Deshaun's right. I think we said this in the last podcast, but we're actually
we
doing
did.
a lot of the moving now.
Yeah, I didn't know if you. I thought that move already happened, and I thought you were moving again.
No, same. It's,
I don't think you said when it was gonna happen, so I think I was like guessing like maybe 2-3 weeks from now.
Yeah, the thing is we
time.
have the lease on this place until the end of the month, and we have the new place we can move into. So we're just like slowly, like we're taking like one box of shit a day essentially. You know, so it's like less stressful. But also, I know this happened after last podcast. My cat got spayed,
Oh,
Oh yeah.
which is
Cool.
nice because she's not pissing on everything anymore.
that's always good.
But also, like,
Yeah.
she has to stay in my room. So she's been in my room for like a week now, and we have to keep her in here for like another week.
Just so you can heal, so she's not going around rubbing it on shit.
No, it's more like normally we would be able to totally let her, but since we have two cats, we can't have the other cat like lick the wound.
Oh yeah.
So we can't let her near the other cat.
Dogs do that same shit. Fucking animals, dude.
Yeah. I mean, humans kind of do it too. Let's be real. We just use napkins. But like,
I've literally never licked another person's wound in my entire life. That's the most disgusting, foul shit you could ever do to another person, I think.
Yeah.
Other than eating their garbage or something.
Because
Why would you lick another person's cut or something?
I was gonna say our mouths are disgusting too.
yeah, no, that's why I said that's why we use
insane.
napkins. Like, we just do it with like other shit.
No, also that if you lick your fingertip or some shit to wipe something off my face or lick like a napkin, I'm probably gonna punch you. Cause that's disgusting.
Yeah. It's almost like people's body cultures are completely different, and if you do that,
Yeah.
you're going to contaminate everybody.
Why don't you keep your fucking filthy, disgusting fluids off of me, please? Thank
Especially
you.
nowadays.
People who like lick their fingers to like turn pages and shit. I hope you get fucking gassed. Y'all are all horrible.
Oh my god. Shit. I wouldn't go that far, but damn.
No. You know what? I'm sick of this bullshit. I'm tired of this bullshit.
I don't want to see your mouth
Gross.
open once while I'm near you.
It's already bad enough I gotta fucking stand there and almost and get spit on every time these motherfuckers want to talk to me. Now they want to like lick shit and touch all my stuff. Like, no. You better be wearing gloves. Disgusting. Humans are gross, dog.
I know, man. I know.
People just doing nasty shit. People just farting on trains and buses and planes and shit. It's like, whatever, it's not that bad. Motherfucker, I'll throw you off of this thing.
I will chuck yo shit right now. Do not fuck with me, boy. I don't remember who the fuck said that. Somebody said that. Oh my god. I don't remember which work it was at, but somebody said that at work, and I was laughing so hard.
Anyway, I watched a bunch of DC movies. So one of them was Teen Titans Go to the Movies.
Oh, yeah, how was that?
This movie is better than Deadpool.
Yeah?
It's the better parody. It's the smarter parody, I think.
Wait.
Deadpool is very like
On the nose.
cynical and like, look at this, isn't this so dumb? I hate parodies like that because it makes me think you don't like superhero shit. It makes me think you just want to laugh at it. Teen Titans Go loves superhero shit and it wants to laugh at it. That's perfect.
I have
And it's
problems
really funny.
with this show, but go on.
The show, because there are like a billion episodes, there for every like 10 horrible shit episodes, there's like one good episode.
Yeah, okay.
Right.
Okay, that makes
That's what
sense.
I've
Because I've seen some really good episodes, but then also it's just there's a wave of shit.
There are some episodes that like I'll be laughing so hard I can't breathe, right?
Damn, that's high
But
praise.
some good, but then there's other ones that are like stupid meme shit that's like, what the fuck? Like, who thinks this is funny? Like a child, I guess. Which, to be fair, that's who the show is marketed to.
Yeah.
It's on fucking Cartoon Network like early in the day, but it's like, oh my god, this is just aggressively not funny. Like you were phoning it in.
Man, just
But-
like my stand-up.
But like, and those good episodes. You know what? This is a team. They need to make more music videos because there's a musical sequence in this that's so good for Robin that I was almost in tears again, but just from being like in awe of how awesome it is.
I've seen that music
how really
scene
good it was.
everywhere.
It's super fucking good. Wait, which one are you thinking of?
The bomb ba dum 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 kicks a dude in the chest. Is that the one?
The one where we're talking about I want my own movie?
Yeah, his own music scene or his intro.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's been
fucking
everywhere.
great. It's amazing.
I have to go look this up.
It's a super good fucking movie. It's super fun. Alright, so to contrast that, I was like, alright, so that was super goofy. Let's watch something on the complete opposite end of the spectrum. Something horrific and dark and awful, but still DC. So I watched Justice League Dark, Apocalypse War. So you know those series that are just kind of like, alright, the characters don't matter. Anyone can die at any time for any reason. And they won't just die. They'll die in like the most horrific, brutal way possible.
Ah, fun.
So if you're like an edgy like 12-year-old, you'll probably like this garbage. But this movie's a fucking absolute pile of shit. I can't believe a bunch of grown men sat in a room and were like, "Hey, let's make this. Let's put this out." This is a really, really, really fucking aggressively awful movie.
Yeah.
And for every like one good thing they do, I think I literally just said this with the Teen Titans thing, but it's like the reverse. For every one good thing they do, there are like 10 fucking horrible shit bad things, and it like tries to be so like dark and cool and shit, and like just dumb shit shit that doesn't make sense happens, like power level shit that just leaves me questioning, and all it's just a completely pointless movie. They weren't saying anything with it. It was completely soulless. No way you could tell nobody gave a fuck about it because it's just stupid as shit. Here's the thing. Here's the deal. Here's the thing that really weirds me out about this movie. That's not even really. It's like a nitpick, but it's there. In Justice League War, which is where this universe starts, this current animation universe starts. Like 6 people beat Darkseid and his entire army. No problem.
Well then.
Well, kind of a problem, but they still beat
Yeah.
him, right? start of this movie, the Justice League now has like 20 or 30 people plus the Teen Titans, and they all get slaughtered within like the first 5 minutes. Best scene in the movie, Aquaman gets chopped in half.
Jesus. That's fucking metal.
But it's like completely pointless shit. Like Superman fuses with like Trigon for no reason. Who's like basically Satan.
Yeah.
And then he has a big fight with Darkseid, and it sucks. It's like dumb shit like that where it just doesn't matter, and it's like dark and edgy and Constantine's like the main-ish hero. For like no reason, he pusses out at the very first fight, so he survives, and then he shows up later, and even he's like, I don't know why I pussed out. I've faced worse people before, but I pussed out because my girlfriend got killed, I guess. If you're one of these people who just who's a fan of like Marvel Zombies or like the recent Deceased thing that DC put out, which is also just zombies. If you're fun of if you like I don't know, iconic characters just getting ripped to pieces because someone didn't give a fuck about them, then yeah, I guess you'll like this. But it's a pile of shit. So to wash that garbage out of my mouth, I watched Crisis on Two Earths, which is another Justice League movie, but it came out, I want to say around like the end of the Justice League Unlimited TV run. So a lot of the same people who worked on that working on this. Written by Dwayne McDuffie. If you don't know who Dwayne McDuffie is, he's basically God. He's the ultimate just dope ass comic book writer. He unfortunately passed away. I want to say I believe of a heart attack. A while ago. Horrible loss. Horrible loss. Mm-hmm. If he was still around, the DC cinematic universe would be shitting all over the MCU, guaranteed. But unfortunately, because of his passing, we are where we are. But he wrote this movie, and basically it's just about Lex Luthor is a good guy, and he's getting attacked by these weird, not versions of the Justice League. And then he goes over to another universe. Turns out that's our universe. Turns out he's from an alternate universe, and he needs the good Justice League to fight this evil Justice League from his universe. It's fucking awesome. Gets better every time I watch it. Wonder Woman suplexes an evil Wonder Woman, and it's sick. What else? Oh, it does something that's super awesome. The alternate universe, of course, will have alternate versions of all superheroes. So one fun thing I love doing is like pausing screens, pausing scenes, and like looking at all the heroes on screen. Be like, all right, this is an alternate version of this character. This is an alternate version of this character, and this is an alternate version of this character. You can really tell they put the fucking work in, and they were having a fucking blast making this movie.
Yeah.
Voice acting is fantastic. The fucking writing is fantastic. The animation is fantastic. The character designs are fantastic. Like even like the thought even put into the character designs. Like the alternate Wonder Woman in this universe is like a combination of like a bunch of different characters, because she's supposed to be like Lois Lane, but she has Shazam's powers, but they make her look like Isis, who is a Black Adam character, and Black Adam shows up fused with Captain Marvel, along with Captain Marvel Jr., who now looks like another character, and this uncle character from the Captain Marvel universe. Like, they like, without saying anything, there is so much into every single one of these character designs. Put into every single one of these character designs that just shits all over fucking that other garbage I was talking about that I can't remember the name of. Fucking Apocalypse War.
That name.
Watch this movie.
Is, like, what's the most generic thing that you can think of? That's it.
What?
Apocalypse
fucking
War.
Yeah, Apocalypse War. I don't know what like okay, so I think this might have started with like Justice League Doom, but even that is a reference to the Legion of Doom, right? So Justice League Doom comes out, and that's a pretty decent name, but then everything after that is like we're either just gonna use the name of the comic book story we're basing this off of, or we're just gonna throw war after it.
Yeah, I just don't like it.
It's fucking lame as fuck. I hate it.
Gotta love lame names, right? Yeah? No, you don't. No.
They should just fucking. You know what? I'm not gonna say that.
You know,
I was gonna say something fucking insane and horrible. You know what? I'll cut it out. But I want to hear you guys fucking freak out about it. They should just. And let me take care of everything.
But
All right, that's been a podcast, guys. I'll catch you guys later.
there's a very thin line between a fucking rad name and a stupid, uninventive one.
That's true, because there are some gibberish ass names that I'm like, that's fucking awesome, right? Because it's like translated for something else, like if it's like a
manga or an anime or something,
like a kung fu movie I'm watching. Occasionally they'll have like really fucking cool names, and I'm just like, damn, that's fucking
It's like
good.
the name can be called Hidden Shadow, and it's like, well, that's dumb. But then it's the same thing, but it's said differently. Yeah. You're just like, wait a second. Shit is hype
well, it's
as
like
fuck.
it's one of those things too that I think if you liked the movie, it would be a little bit more passable. Because like, going back to Kingdom Hearts, fucking stupid name. Like,
look, Dawn Gate
but
was a fucking
even
fun
that,
ass game.
I don't mind dumb names that kind of seem dumb without context, because if there's something in this thing that is like, this is literally called the Kingdom Hearts, then yeah, okay, that makes sense, because it's also the goal of the series, right?
Yeah.
But just calling your shit Apocalypse War, nobody called that shit Apocalypse War. It wasn't even a war to fucking begin with. You showed up and he slaughtered all of you. He killed you in like 2 seconds.
That sounds like
it
a
wasn't
war to
a
me.
war. It was a war at all.
nah, dude, they had a war on being alive and they lost.
And you know what else I want? I want like weird. I like weird titles.
I
Like-
I do think that
I like.
eye-catching stuff is better.
I think like Air Guys, God Bless the Ring. You know, that's a good title.
Or like,
But-
I like a lot of the manga ones because they're at least like, even if it's super Japanese in the English, it at least sounds interesting.
Yeah.
Like God of High School, I'm curious. I'm not gonna watch it because
It's great.
Fuck it.
It's fucking
Oh
fantastic.
shit! I need to catch up. I fucking forgot.
I need
But
to
like
watch
that's
the
an
new episode,
interesting.
too.
That's an interesting like. I wonder what that's about. Or like the world God only knows.
But you know what?
You know.
Here's the problem with like, yes, World God Only Knows is actually a good title. But the problem with like putting like God in your shit now too is like a lot of shit has God in it, especially stuff that like webtoons, like what
Oh, yeah.
God of High School and Tower of God are based on. A ton of those have God in the title.
Well, I'm not
Yeah,
saying
a ton of them have
use
the same
God. I'm
plot,
just saying
too.
like.
Right, but like yeah, something like that. Yeah, but I'm just saying like, eventually once a thing starts getting used, and you're like, that's pretty cool. It'll probably get used like a billion more times.
Yeah. I don't know. It's just.
It's like a bunch of indie games having night in the title.
Yeah. True. Speaking of which, speaking of indie games, Fantasy Strike update, boys.
Woo.
It is now
How
free to
big are
play.
the titties?
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah.
It's free to play, and also they added 2 new characters.
Really?
One is like a, I don't know if he's like a grappler. I think he's just a hard-hitting character more than like a grappler. And the other one, it kind of looks like he's a bit of a zoner, but like more of a rushdown character. I don't know. Well, Fantasy Strike is weird in that they like very blatantly like call characters like specific types of
Right. Yeah.
specific archetypes, and so like I haven't actually played the new characters yet because they just came out I think today, but it is interesting, so I'm excited. Being free to play is, if they can afford to, it's always good.
Yeah, I'm about to go download
Whoa, the
this game.
free version lets you fight as the entire roster immediately with no grind to unlock.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
Wow, that's good. I thought it was gonna be like
like Street Fighter or something.
like a Killer Instinct, where you get like 2 characters for free, and then you have to buy the rest, or you have to unlock the rest somehow.
Looks
Yeah,
like
so-
I know what we're LPing later.
Cosmetics are
Oh,
pay, and then the other thing that's kind of weird that I'm not super down with is the Fantasy Plus subscription, which allows you to view your replays, which I think is kind of like, I kind of get it, you know.
Yeah, because they gotta. If you're fucking saving your replay on their shit, they're gonna need you pay for that space.
Well, yeah, like I understand it because there's gonna be people who just want to play the game and don't really care about getting better. And like if you really care about getting better, you'll probably pony up the money. But like, it is a little weird to me that your replays being saved is money. You know,
Yeah.
like of all game types to do that, like I can't really think of one that's free to play and also like makes you pay
Makes
to
you pay for
watch
that.
the replays.
I mean, they gotta pay. Maybe they're experimenting with trying to get you to pay somewhere else that isn't like a fucking
And
microtransaction, like a shitty microtransaction, right? It's just like a
Yeah.
fucking cosmetic or something, or like a pay to win thing, like extra health or something, right? They're like, hey man,
Although
this game's free to play.
I think
Can you just buy like this?
I think having you pay to save replays is fine because you could also just if it's PC, right?
it's PC, PS4, and Switch.
Yeah. If you
Odds
just
are,
have,
if you care that much,
Yeah,
if
you're
you have
probably-
Streamlabs, you can just
yeah, exactly. So
So I mean, like it's a very odd thing in my eyes to pay for.
it's just like an extra convenience feature. I think it's like they probably don't really expect anyone to use it that much, but it's there.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. Like
Don't say no to, you know. It's like it prints out a little bit of money, you know.
well, and the other thing too is
Not
that
as
it's
much as
part
this other one.
like the subscription also has like other cosmetics and stuff. So
Yeah.
it's not just the replay system that you're paying for. It's like some other stuff. So I could see it like people paying for it and never even using it. I guess
Right.
if I was to do this, I would have done it how StarCraft used to do it, which was that the like Wings of Liberty campaign is free, which is the first campaign, and then also like unranked multiplayer is free. But if you want to play ranked, you have to pay for it. You have to pay
kinda
like,
like,
a one time fee.
It's kind of like Tekken selling frame data
yeah.
as DLC. You had to buy it extra, and people are like, all right, so now we have it. Make it part of all Tekken games forever from now on. You know.
Yeah, it's weird to me, but
I will say
whatever.
the Tekken frame data thing's fucking rad because it tells you, oh yeah, if this move's being used, you can punish it with this move. Practice
You learn
now.
a stupid amount being able to see it like that in Tekken. It's crazy.
I mean, okay, that's slightly better than what I thought you guys were saying. Because I thought you were saying like it was just the frame data, not like this is punishable by this, this, and this.
No, like characters will change color and shit, and you'll see like what's going on.
Yeah.
You'll see like their hitbox.
Like I can kind of understand that, but if it was literally just frame data, like I would never pay for that, even, no matter how good I am, right? Or
I don't
how,
think anybody would.
Yeah, but that sounds very, very helpful.
It's
Still, though,
basically
that
you're
should've been
buying
in
a
the
whole
game.
training program.
That should have been in
Yeah.
the fucking game. I don't know. Like, I kind of have an issue with games that want to be competitive and also like fuck their player base by doing things that are anti-competitive.
Yeah.
So
They're locking like the competitive nature of it behind
a paywall.
Like, paywalls.
Yeah. So like that's cool, and I think that it's not a bad thing to have in the game. But like, I would rather, if they're gonna do something like that, I would rather that be like the arcade mode or like,
So
you know, like
the frame data part of it, I think should be in all games. The training mode that teaches you how to punish things, I think that should be paid for.
I don't mind
If-
them. I don't mind buying that, but I will say that I think
But-
it's a little weird.
But Tekken has had that before. Tekken's had that in tutorials for years. I even think that was like in Tekken 5.
I have no idea because I don't play Tekken.
Because the character,
should be,
when
but-
you're in
I only played.
when you're in training, you can turn on like special hit notifications that show you when an attack is coming, like when a certain thing is happening, like when they're vulnerable, when it's unblockable, you know, when like shit like that. So that's been around. Fuck, that's probably been around since like Tekken 3, really.
Like, I don't really have an issue. Like, the frame data definitely should have just been in the game. But, like, the issue that I have is, like, that really does give a competitive edge to, like, people, you know?
No. No. No, it does not.
To scrubs who don't know what the fuck they're doing.
Yeah, oh, yeah,
and then they can
scrubs,
actually
of
see it.
course. But I mean, like, you can just, if you're a scrub and you don't want to be a scrub anymore, go online, look up shit. It's not hard to type in some buttons and learn some stuffs.
Or you can play the game.
Or play the game. Or just play the game. You'll learn bad habits,
game.
but you know.
the game that has the frame data in it now.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess.
I think it's better to learn bad habits than to not have any experience.
Yes, I 100%.
Then if you can't, it's one thing to have the shit in your brain, but if you can't handle the pressure of being in the fight itself, then what the fuck good was it?
I think bad habits. It goes experience will outbeat bad habits in the long run.
Yeah,
you'll have bad habits. If you want to learn how to break those bad habits, you'll get better. If you're one of those people who has bad habits and can't break those bad habits, that's when the issue occurs.
Yeah, like if you can't see where you're fucking up. Then like me, I'm super aggressive. I love being aggressive in fighting games. I can't help it, sometimes I get too excited and I'll just start jumping in. But when I'm getting too aggressive, I'll be like, all right, let me chill out, and then I'll do way better. Like I know where I fuck up, but it's just fun to fuck up sometimes.
It is fun to fuck, like, especially when you blow somebody up by fucking up.
That's why fucking Akihiko was so good in P4 Arena, because he rush down. You can't breathe. Like, it's so good.
Yo, look, let me just hit you a couple times. Wait a second, I'm on the other side, motherfucker.
let me pull you over with my fucking persona and just keep wailing on you. What are you running away for, bitch?
1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh, so good.
Shit was fantastic. I love fighting games, man.
Is that on PC? No, I don't think it is, huh?
So. No, it's only on PS. The worst part, it's only on PS3.
Yeah, that shit's never getting ported.
Well, you never know.
I know.
I'm glad I own it.
But Akiko is in BB Tag. There is that at least.
Oh yeah, but fuck that game.
But it's not the same.
No, it's not. But it's something.
Yeah, fuck that game.
But you know what? Because P4 Arena and P4 Arena Ultimax were probably flukes, because P4 Arena Ultimax was just built upon P4 Arena. But if they tried to do it again, it wouldn't feel as good. It would just be with new characters and shit who have to do different stuff.
I don't know.
Probably wouldn't feel quite as good.
The thing is, I would have said that, but Joker's in Smash and fucking BB Tag happened. So I definitely see a world where they're like, okay, we should make another Persona fighting game.
But Smash is the other the god Sakurai, and then BB Tag is BB Tag.
No, I'm just saying, there's obviously a fucking
it's
market
there
for
but
this.
I don't think it's gonna be tough to make a full game about it.
Well, then
unless they make Arxis the cross fighting game.
Yeah.
Well, the other thing too is that Persona 4 Golden got ported.
Yeah.
And so at this point, and I know that they sold whatever their fucking target was, they sold that in the first 5 minutes.
Yeah.
So
I know. I'm. It looks like, especially since P4 Golden sold so fucking well, they're definitely gonna be like, okay, we'll start putting shit on the PC.
Yeah.
We'll throw you fucking idiots a bone.
I wouldn't doubt that it gets ported at some point.
Yeah.
So.
I wouldn't doubt a bunch of stuff did. The world will implode when P4 Arena and Ultimax get ported, if that ever happens. Not likely, but
possible.
If it does. Possible. Hey, did you guys see that fucking the F-Zero Twitter page?
No. What?
The F-Zero JP Twitter page?
Yeah.
Oh man.
What happened?
So basically a bunch of people were getting hyped because they were like, look, we found a private F-Zero JP page. Is this the official, the secret official page for the new F-Zero game from Nintendo? And people were like, and this has happened before, right? Where a kind of private Twitter has gone up before a game got announced. So people were getting super hype. I can't remember the other game that also has this. That I know maybe Metroid, I believe, also has a private Twitter account. But this one, the F-Zero one, so people are all hyped for it. They're all excited for a new F-Zero game, and then one day the account just posts a fucking horrific video edit of some gay porn. Hilarious. And I think it was in Japanese, and the fucking the guy said I did it. It was hilarious. All these people were following it. I think it had 20,000 followers. Fucking people were crying in the replies underneath. I'll put the video in the if I remember to. I'll put the video in the edit.
I'll have to see it.
Well, not the the porn video, but like a video.
Damn.
Of the fucking.
I figured as much. I was like, I'm gonna wait for him to correct himself real quick.
Well, man, I mean, maybe a little bit of the porn video. And here's the deal: the porn video wasn't like a straight up hardcore, but fucking man loving porn video. It was like edited, so it was like drawn over and zoomed in and all kinds of goofy shit. It was like a shit post.
Those are some of my favorite memes. I will say those, like the Microsoft Paint over porn.
Oh, the purified porn. Oh, dude, I used to love that shit.
There's some wholesome memes right there.
I always loved the girl with the DJ. Like,
yeah, that's the best one. Beatboxing.
Oh my god, yeah. Oh, it's so funny. It's so dumb. It's like the stupidest shit.
It's so dumb.
It's good though.
Good shit. All right. Did any of us have weeks?
I said mine.
I mean, I did some of my week. What else did I do? Let me look at my fucking poop and shitter. Yep, Hades. Oh, I played some Hades. Still great.
Still great.
More goodness. Hey guys, what's a movie that you call other people stupid for hating?
Oh, I saw you posted about this on Twitter.
Yeah, I was thinking about this since I saw it.
Let's see, mine is Final Fantasy Advent Children.
Mm-hmm.
I will love that movie till the day I die.
The movie sucks.
Movie is ass. But I'll defend that it has some good shit in it.
Yeah, okay. It does. I mean, it has cool fights in it, I guess, but other than that,
Yeah, it does.
not much going on.
The story's fine
mad
as well.
I'm kind of mad those shit brain not Sephiroths are gonna show up in the new Final Fantasy stuff, but oh well.
Movies that I like that people call me stupid for liking.
No, that you call other people stupid for not liking.
Yeah.
Oh.
Where you're basically like, this movie's not stupid, you're stupid.
Oh. I don't really... Like, the only person that I think I would get into that conversation with is you.
Mine is 100% Final Fantasy 7 because I'm like, fuck you guys.
Yeah.
I love this movie. Shut the fuck up.
We actually watched that in my animation class.
Really?
Yeah, because it was like... I took it back when I was in high school, and it was like... The one that came out at the time that looked really, really good. And it had like semi-decent body proportions. And so we were watching it.
Sick.
Yeah. I guess...
Did you like the fight scene? Did you like Tifa having to put up with fucking Cloud's bullshit for more time than 0 seconds?
Did I like the scene where Reno walks out the door and Cloud just pushes him to the side, steps in, and locks the door? That was fucking great.
Hilarious.
That was absolutely hilarious.
Honestly, don't remember much. I remember Cloud pulling his sword out of his motorcycle, and that's pretty much it.
It's pretty raw.
One of
and
his
then the sword
7 swords.
Yeah.
I was gonna say the sword turns into 7 swords, and then it turns into 1 sword again, and then he fights Sephiroth with it. Isn't that cool?
And then he uses Omni Slash by...
Then he uses Omni Slash?
He used Omni Slash in the dumbest way possible, but I loved every minute of it. Let me deposit all 7 of my swords in a pentagram formation,
Dude,
and then grab and pick my sword up and put it back together as I cut through you. Why?
Here's the deal with like cutscene animation and like just like moving animation in general. If there's like a game version, the game version is going to be nowhere near as strong as the cool ass animation version, right? So, fucking in Devil May Cry, Dante can get stabbed and shot and cut up and thrown through shit a billion fucking times and not give a damn, you know. In Final Fantasy and anything Final Fantasy and like the fucking FF15 like those movies that came out before the game happened, they're doing all kinds of crazy shit that you wouldn't fucking believe. It's like, I can't do none of this shit in the game.
Yeah.
I can't Dragon Ball Z around and fucking hit this guy with like giant sword beams and shit. What the fuck's going on? Anyway, for me it's Spider-Man 3.
Oh, that movie's fucking hilarious.
I used to fucking hate this movie. I used to fucking tear it apart with Austin all the time. But you know what? It kind of just started to grow on me after a while. I was like, it's one of the few movies I watched to just hate. But then as I started to watch it and watch it more often, I was like, man, I kind of like this movie. I kind of identify with it. I think as I learned to like love cornier shit more and more, and just kind of like the silliness of like comic book shit more and more.
Does he like to jape it up some more?
Like, you're getting like when Peter is looking in that mirror and he like pulls some of his hair down over his eye and is as emo as possible. I used to hate that shit, but now I'm like, yeah, Peter Parker would totally act like that. He's a fucking loser. He's never been rebellious a fucking day in his life, and now he's getting like he's getting like a taste of that at like 25 or however old he is by the end of that series, right?
Mm-hmm.
So of course when he's like dancing down the street and doing fucking the points and shit, he's this huge nerd. So of course he thinks that shit is cool. just look at literally everyone else around him, right? And look how like embarrassed they are to be standing next to him. Like they're laughing at him and shit. You know, it's totally like you're totally meant to feel like, wow, what a huge big loser, right? Mm-hmm. The only problem with it is that it is kind of stuffed. It's got too much shit going on, too many characters. It really didn't need Venom. I argue that it would have been a great movie if you had just kept the black suit stuff in there, but then like cut out Venom until like a cameo at the very end, maybe,
and then make a whole movie around.
Make a whole fucking movie about that, yeah. But like, there's such cool shit in here too. Like all the fight scenes are really good. The scene between Peter and Harry, when Harry's like fucking with Peter, and he's like, "Hey man, I fucked your girlfriend," and Peter shows up at his house and they fight in his like secret lab, and Peter blows up his face and he walks away. It's the coolest shit ever. It's a good movie. It's a fucking fine movie. It just needs some work, especially in contrast to like these shitty newer movies, like these Tom Holland movies that are just fucking garbage, and like the Amazing Spider-Man movies, which are just awful and then like embarrassing. You know, go back and watch those Sam Raimi movies. You'll appreciate them more. And if you're one of those people who says Spider-Man 2 isn't the perfect superhero movie, well, I hope you get gas too.
I really need to not be right here now. Ever.
No. You're an accomplice.
No, see, I can just do this.
You. Oh, well, see, there you go.
See, I sit here and I'm just like, yup, I gotta clean up another mess. All right, gonna have to clean up another one.
Look, man, people who disagree with me on anything for any reason at all really don't deserve to live. I don't understand what the big deal is.
This is why Pompeii happened.
No, that is not at all why Pompeii happened. Pompeii happened because there was a fucking volcano.
No. You see, the Earth. Me and the Earth had a disagreement about the nature of whether or not the people of Pompeii should live, and I was like, they should all die, and the Earth was like, nah, man, I don't want to erupt yet, and then I was like, that's too fucking bad, Earth.
Yeah.
And then all those people died.
Well, see. That's what Deshaun says. That's what I told everybody. Deshaun just went Medusa on them, and then I had to say, "Oh yeah, it was just a volcano. Don't worry about it."
Can you imagine a more fucked up way to die?
Yo, that is
lava.
That is the fucking word. Like that and nuke.
I think a nuke is worse. No. Actually. Because a nuke, if you're close enough, will just incinerate you instantly.
Yeah.
You won't even feel it. You won't even really see it coming. You'll probably go blind. You'll go blind like instantly, and then you'll just die. But with like lava, you're gonna burn to death. It's gonna like it has to start somewhere, right?
Yeah.
You're gonna feel something. You're not just gonna get. It's not fast enough to just instantly destroy you. To the point where your nerves won't notice it, you're gonna jump into that shit and you're gonna burn. Oh, and those people who got like caught.
Nope. Yeah. Let's just stop.
That guy who was jerking off.
Let's just.
Ooh, in Crisis on Two Earths, Justice League Crisis on Two Earths, that is. Fucking Superwoman grabs Batman. This is the reason I love this fucking movie. They beat the fuck out of Batman in this shit. They show that Batman in a room full of superheroes, like real super dudes, can't really do much. Fucking, she grabs Superman, or she grabs Batman, and just kind of like presses on one of his ribs slowly with her super strength, and breaks his rib. It's rough, and I fucking love it. Go watch this movie.
Where can we find you, Deshaun?
You can find me at YouTube. Wait. Yeah. You can find me at YouTube at Mr. Urban Buddha. You can find me at Twitter at Mr. Urban Buddha. And you can find me at Twitch at Super Urban Buddha.
It came through on our mics as booty.
Dude, I'm down. Fuck it. Super Urban Booty. Let's go.
Mr. Urban Booty. That'll be my OnlyFans name.
Now that I'd pay money to see.
No, you won't. You wouldn't.
Hey man, I got $5.
$5. Hold up. You think I'm that cheap?
Yes.
I'm gonna charge you $5.
Yes.
At least $7. Come on, dog.
$7.50 with tax.
$7.50. $7.25. I'm a businessman.
So his is super urban booty. Yours is booty comes second. Mine is I press the booty.
I mean, came in second is pretty.
It's already pretty. It's like a I got sloppy seconds almost kind of name. It's like a weird not to say you're this, but it's like a weird like NTR cut kind of name.
Or that I just let them finish first.
Yeah, or let them finish first. Exactly. Yes. See, there you go.
You're the bigger man.
In fact, right? Yeah. In fact, you would want that out of like a prostitute or an escort.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because you just want their job should be to make you come. Damn,
You're on top of the ball, Derek.
I know.
You got this,
I've had this
Derek.
name since I was 12. I've heard it all.
Where can we find you, Derek?
You can find me coming second at Twitch, YouTube, and Twitter at coming second.
You can find me at I Press the Buttons, YouTube, and Twitter. And as always, fucking laugh at yourself. It's been a rough world right now. Laugh at yourself.
Now, wait. Rough. What are you talking about?
The Backstreet Boys reunion tour, my guy.
Oh my God!
We'll catch you guys next time.